Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome to my first ever CMF series. Today I'm gonna be showing you my custom drawn Lego YouTuber series, and you can see the packaging out front. You can see the background just like kinda the squares and stuff, and I put little YouTube logos down below like the bottom right, and of course the Lego minifigures logo, and with some minifigures on the packaging of course. And I mean, I'm very proud of the series. Like, YouTube is a huge part of my life. I watch it every single day, like mostly 24/7, like almost 24/7, and I of course make YouTube videos, and I'm just so proud of how this series turned out. I included only 12 minifigures because that's how Lego is doing it right now. First off, we have the one and only that got me into this, Ash and Flash, and I'm really proud of this minifigure. This is the first minifigure I made, and you're gonna see like how I progressed and like throughout the series, and I'm very proud of how this series turned out. Like, this is my first minifigure I've ever drew on Photoshop, because of his tutorials. I mean, I'm very I very appreciated Ash and Flash. I hope you're watching this, and you can see I included the regular J here because I feel like he uses Superman here for his sig fig, and I feel like if his hair is messed up, that's how it's going to look. I didn't include any face because I don't know what he looks like. Of course, he has his leather jacket in dark red, and of course the Flash t-shirt under it, and you can see he's kind of like the jacket has like it's continuous on the waist piece, because his sig fig jacket is also continuous, and I really wanted to do that with this minifigure. But of course, some jeans with some red shoe printing and like on the feet. So very nice minifigure. I love how it turned out. We have M&R Productions, and I'm really proud of this one. Maybe the face not the best, but I really like it. You can see I didn't outline the hair because I didn't know how, and you'll see how I will outline the hair in like some other minifigures in the series. Now this is kind of like a mashup of his old sig fig and his new one. You can see he also used the same hair as Ash and Flash. Of course, no outlining because I just didn't know how. I made, of course, his white glasses just iconic with a little smirk. Of course, including the little hoodies that is already existing with Lego, but I want to include it, and the shorts that is on his current sig fig, and of course some white shoes, dual molded legs. I hope so. They have, of course, Just Too Good, one of the most popular Lego YouTubers, and I don't know his face, like I said, but I got the hair inspiration from. Now I know the hair is black, or his hair is black, because not of his sig fig, because his sig fig doesn't have even hair. I know because of the Kylo Ren's tie interceptor. Sorry Ash and Flash, I saw your face kind of. Now the torso is just regular purple, but the arms are dual molded. You can see kind of like the flesh color and the shirt color, and I included some gold's hands because he found Mr. Gold in the past, and that's really nice, I think. And the fourth minifigure on the series, of course, Jang, the only one on the series who has a million subs, and that's just crazy. Has some regular dark blue pants, but I put like a little button-up shirt on his chest, or like on his torso, and printing, of course. And I really like how this minifigure turned out. Same face printing as his sig fig, but it's just on a flesh skin tone or a flesh head, and I'm very proud of how this minifigure turned out. Next up, we have MGF custom / reviews. No, I'm just kidding. My boy Ross, not really my boy, but we chat sometimes on Instagram. I included his MGF logo on his torso, some regular gray legs, and the face printing, I think it's not the best. It might be the worst of like any custom MGF customs, but I'm very proud of how it's turned out. You can see, and this time I outlined the hair, and this minifigure is actually not made on LDD, unlike the other minifigures we saw on the series. This minifigure is actually made on like the Bricklink Studio kind of app. I don't really know what it's called. I searched stud.io, but I got the Bricklink Studio app, and I don't know how to make it like his hands move, neither of his legs, because I don't know how to make poses, but I'm very proud of how this minifigure turned out. Halfway through, we have David Hall, Solid Brick Studios, and you can see I also outlined the hair on this one. Not the best outlining job, but I'm not really proud of it, but I guess it's work. And no face printing, because I thought if I do face printing on this, I would just ruin it, like when I was drawing this. Dual molded arms, just regular gray torso with some printing on it, and light gray legs, and it's a really cool minifigure, not the best in the series. I felt if if I drew a face, I'd just ruin it. And by the way, I'm filming this just like the next day of his Coliseum live stream, and I gotta give him props for that. Next up, we can't include David Hall without his best friend, the Brickways, and of course I include some regular orange legs because I didn't want to do like some snow speeder legs or like snow speeder pilot legs. And of course snow speeder like pilot torso, and I like that because that's his sig fig, and it got like kind of a wacky kind of pose because that's how sig fig kind of is posed. And he has the regular or like the OG Zayn hair, and I feel like this hair works, or hairstyle. I made some face printing on this one, of course not the best, but I think I'm gonna be progressing. Next up we have like Holly and Potter minifig Pulse, Holly, whatever you want to call her, and I just love how this minifigure turned out. I gave her the negative space for her torsos, and she's wearing her like tank tops that she wears quite often, and I really like how it turned out. She got her, of course, pink sweatshirts, and she has her like sig figs hair in blonde. And I gave her like kind of like the Luna Lovegoods from the CMF series head, but the eyes are actually from Tina, so I think that works very well. It mostly looks like the Luna Lovegood, but I think it looks very nice. And of course we have BFAB, and this minifigure is really cool. First, based off his sig fig. I don't know, I kinda know his face because of his pictures and stuff. I just gave him regular kind of flesh face, no face printing, and he has the Obi-Wan hair in brown, in blue, reddish brown. And of course, I really like this minifigure. And 10th on the series, we have Ty, the Lego guy, wearing his OG black hoodie. He knows it, maybe you don't. I really like how this minifigure turned out. I love the face printing I did for him. It took quite a long time to make that face printing with the glasses, and actually the mouth took quite a long time. Of course, you can see how I outline here, probably a bit better than like the other outlining I did on the hair. And he has some dark blue legs. And we have Brick Hives that recently hit 100 or no 1,000 subs, and congratulations to him. I gave him some purple legs. I feel like it matched with his yellow torso, and of course I put his logo on his yellow torso. Gave him some stubble beard printing with some eyes. I feel like the eyes are just really bad on this one, but I tried. Of course I gave him a hat. And last on the series, we have one of the best Lego podcaster. We have Lego Lee 329, and this is mostly based off his sig fig. I gave him the Superman hair. I feel like it's more accurate than the kind of party boy hair. I gave him kind of like he's wearing the Brickology podcast. Of course, I mean the Brickology podcast is one of the best Lego podcasts out there. I gave him kind of like a shirt that says Brickology. You can kind of see it, not a lot. You can see it like all not really. And I gave him a leather jacket because that's how his sig fig made, and some dark blue legs. And I made this kind of like whole picture with all the minifigures. You can see them on your screen right now with the same background as the packaging, and I'm very proud of how this series turned out. I'm very proud of it. The most minifigures I'm proud of, probably Lego Lee 329, Pahali, and probably Ryan, but I love all of these minifigures on this series, and this is my first series. I mean, just very cool to see myself doing my own sig fig. And thank you, Action Flash, like really thank you. Like your tutorials helped me a lot with this one. I'm already in the works on the second CMF series. That's kind of crazy. I already started on the first minifigures. And I'm very proud of how the series turned out. So I could actually go for a Lego vlogger series, or a like small Lego YouTube series, kind of like me, Lego Boy 88, Cowboy Lego Guy, Clone Commander Studios, whatever. Like some of those guys, like the small community. So please smash like button, subscribe if you are new. Other than that, it's been Alex, and I'm on. Peace.